Strap yourself in because today I've got 3 massive Celtic stories for you. And believe me, the last one will have you shaking your head in disbelief. First up, there's fresh drama with Daizen Maeda and a wee twist you didn't see coming. Then, I'll tell you who's just been named the most valuable player in the whole squad. And it's not who you're thinking, but the big one, the one you need to stick around for, is the absolute chaos between the board and the support. And trust me, it's pure fireworks. Stay with me till the end. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 500 subscribers, but that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 1,500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. So here we are again talking about Daizen. Now, let's be honest, when he dropped that wee bombshell about having agreed personal terms with another club, it sent a shiver down the spine, didn't it? Imagine that summer disaster window, and then, on top of it, losing Daizen. Folk on Sucky Hall Street would still be crying into their pints today, but here's the twist. Some folk are now saying there might be special wee clauses tucked into the contracts of players coming in from Japan or Korea. Stuff like, if an English Premier League side comes calling, then off you go. Because that's where the big money is, isn't it? It makes sense on one level, but let's be crystal clear here. Celtic are still a bigger club than half of those English outfits. You're telling me Brentford are a step up from Paradise? Behave yourself. Alan Ruff couldn't believe Daizen was even chatting to another club while still ours, and Tam McManus is out there saying these contracts might be written with England in mind. And if you rewind to last season before we sealed the treble, Daizen himself was hinting he wasn't fully settled about his future in Glasgow. So here's my big question for you. And if one of our top boys has his head turned by the English cash, would you rather see him go for big money and us rebuild, or do you hold him here kicking and screaming, hoping he still gives everything on the pitch? What's your call on that? Because that's the kind of decision that could shape Celtic's future. Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Lolly till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. So here's one for you. Everybody's been shouting about Daizen being the big money man, Folks saying he's a 20 to 30 million pound player if he goes down south. And fair enough, he's a machine when he's on it. But guess what? He's not even the most valuable boy in this Celtic squad. That title goes to Arne Engels, the Belgian lad. According to the clever folk at CIES, Engels is sitting at a value between 16.5 to 19 million quid, more than anyone else in the team. Not bad when you think we only shelled out 11 million for him last year, eh? Now, here's the mad part. The boy isn't even starting every game. He's been benched watching Benjamin Nygren steal the show in the early fixtures. Engels has only started 1 league game so far, which makes you think, how can your most valuable player be warming the bench while still trying to prove himself? He's come out saying he's desperate to play more, especially with games piling up, and he's convinced he can add this something extra. And with a clash against the lot across the city on the horizon, he's wanting to show Brendan Rodgers he's worth every penny. So let me put it to you straight. If Engels is Celtic's most valuable player, but he's not getting a guaranteed starting spot, does that mean Rodgers is wasting a gem? Or is the gaffer right to keep him hungry and fighting for his place? What do you reckon? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's guy it lolly till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. I'll tell you what, that so-called meeting between the board and a handful of supporter groups was supposed to calm the waters. Instead, it's lit the fuse on a powder keg. The board sat there, puffed their chests out and said they'd worked intensively through the summer window blaming agents, injuries, players chasing other paths, every excuse under the Glasgow rain, basically. Because that always makes the Celtic fan feel better, right? They even tried to dress it all up with their 3 to 5 year planning chat and the idea that Paradise is a big selling point. And while that's true, who doesn't want to pull on the hoops? It all sounded like hot air when the reality is we went into a new season weaker than we should have been. And here's the kicker. The Celtic Supporters Association walked away from that very meeting and fired out a vote of no confidence in the board. The Irish clubs followed with their own statement, blasting the leadership for underestimating the intelligence and passion of the support. The Ultras, they went nuclear, hammering the board over transfers, Champions League failures, ticket price hikes, and the usual silence from the top. The time for silence is over, they said, and they're right. Then the board's follow-up statement, you'd think they'd try to reach out. Instead, it came across like a lecture, condescending, totally missing the mood. Rather than healing the wounds, it's just widened the gap. Here's where I'm at. You can talk about rejected multi-million-pound bids or how some deals are postponed until January, but that doesn't mean a thing if you're walking into Europe short-handed and your support feels ignored. Paradise thrives when the connection between the pitch and the terraces is alive. Right now, that connection is fraying. So let me ask you this. Do you trust this board to lead the Celtic forward? Or are we watching the same old pattern of missed chances and hollow excuses while the lot across the city laugh up their sleeves? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's giant Laldi till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic. Dafts.